Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be comparing Forza Horizon 5 with Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Now, just a bit of a disclaimer, TDUSC is very new. It's been out for less than a week. A lot of things are going to change with the game, but for now, we're going to be comparing them. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and let's check it out. So first on the list we have the map. Now, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown's map feels absolutely huge. It's actually modelled off a 1-to-1 scale of Hong Kong and features large cities, highways, twisty mountain roads, bright neon lights, and lots of untouched wilderness to explore. With a game time of about 18 hours on Steam so far, only a couple days after being released, getting lost whilst driving is a common occurrence I've been finding. In a good way though. The colour of their environment is absolutely amazing, and there are so many areas to explore, whether it be in the jungle, driving around the city, or on the highways. It can almost be guaranteed that if you are driving around without a destination in mind, you'll get lost and end up somewhere you didn't expect. We are yet to see the addition of houses within the game, which we can almost guarantee will eventually come at some point. But I think the map is absolutely amazing, well put together with a good level of building density, something that Playground Games can use as inspiration for their next Forza Horizon. Next up on the list we do have gas stations. Now this is something that Forza Horizon hasn't seen since Forza Horizon 3. It hasn't been introduced in 4 or 5, and everyone wants one. Not too sure why the developers are not listening to anyone, but around the map you'll come across various gas stations. Here you can clean or repair your vehicle and quickly change into another vehicle that you currently own. These are good car meet spots and something that Forza can take note of. The gas stations capture a cool futuristic vibe in line that TDUSC devs are trying to go for. This is a great addition to the game and I'm really glad it's in the game. Next on the list we have sound design. TDUSC's sound design is definitely one of its strong suits. Yes, there'll always be 1 or 2 recycled car sounds that we'll eventually come across or notice at some point. However, a lot of newer vehicles in Forza Horizon 5 have recycled car sounds and don't actually sound very good at all. I've noticed that there's definitely a good portion of cars in Forza Horizon 5 that literally sound like vacuum cleaners. Comment down below, let me know what you think, but I do think Forza Horizon 5's sound design really needs to be strongly improved on the next title. There are a few car feature sounds that I wanted to call out that really set this game apart from Forza. So the engine start sounds on different vehicles, vehicles that have DSG, gearbox farts, overrun, and the pops and bangs when shifting up or down, or even something as small as the turning signal indicator sound from the interior, all contribute to making TDUSC's sound design better than Forza Horizon 5. Next up we have peace and tranquility whilst going for a drive. For some reason, I feel that there is a certain level of peace and tranquility when you just want to get in the car and go for a drive. TDUSC resembles this really well. The nature sounds of bugs and insects when driving through a jungle, or the rain when it's pouring late at night. Thankfully, we don't have the addition of stupid drivatars flying around the map crashing into you while we go for a drive. You will see at some point other players driving around the map due to it being an always online game, but it's nowhere near as bad as the drivatars in Forza Horizon 5. I found myself wanting to load up the game again and again, literally just to get in a car and go drive around the map exploring and checking out new places which I haven't yet explored. So next on the list we have the game actually has somewhat of a storyline unlike Forza. TDUSC actually has somewhat of a storyline as you join a specific clan and race through the ranks. As you increase your reputation and clan reputation, new cars, new races, upgrades are unlocked, and there is more and more stuff to do. Yes, I will admit the storyline is pretty cringe, and the comments and dialogue is also pretty cringe. But what I'm trying to say is when playing the game, it feels like you have a purpose to go out there and defeat specific bosses in your clan, and actually do races to unlock stuff. Unlike Forza, when you jump into the game for the first time and you already own a Lamborghini. Feels like Forza is too easy straight off the bat, not to mention you can also set the difficulty to make it harder or easier for yourself. So the next point in the list is actually really important, I think, and it's something that, you know, we haven't really seen with Turn 10 or Playground Games. So it's transparency from the developers, so KT Racing and Nacon. So just before TDU SC was released, the developers literally made a video advising the community of their plans for the first year of the game being released. They showcased a quarterly update plan that will include new races, events, cars, rewards, and new maps. They then go into detail explaining how we will be returning to Ibiza within the first year, which I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely stoked about, and it really will take me back to Test Drive Unlimited 2. After this, they also mention how they're going to start a clan war between the Streets and the Sharps, the two clans in the game. In the last major update for the game, they have stated that the casino will be returning, so this is all within the first year. This means we can go and play the table games, blackjack, poker, etc. But more importantly, win cars. Transparency is something that Playground Games development team lack. Although there is monthly Forza live streams with the next month's update with information around what we can expect, they don't actively state that they're aware of community feedback around Forza Horizon 5. This is something that the Playground Games development team can take note of. I also wanted to say that they actually have a Discord as well. So the other day there was some server issues in the game, and the team actually were updating the community in the Discord chat. They were saying, hey, we're going to actually perform maintenance on the servers. It'll be down for around 30 to 45 minutes. And that is actually what the community wants. The community wants transparency. The community wants the developers to be held accountable if something goes wrong. The community wants the developers to talk and actually communicate with us so we understand or know what's going on. The fact that they have a Discord chat and they update the community with things that are going on with the game, especially like server updates, considering it is an always online game, is really important, and I think this is the most important point in this video. So the second last point, not really important, but I still wanted to mention it, is unique cars being present in the game. If we look at other games such as The Crew or Forza for example, it's the same generic cars featured in both games with only a limited amount of cars featuring visual customization. Yes, I will agree, TDUSC does lack virtually any form of visual customization. I mean like body kits, bumpers, hood scoops, stuff like that. The actual visual customization that Need for Speed is really good at. But they do have really unique cars. Cars such as the Audi R8 RWS, both coupe and spider variants, various versions of both the Veyron and the Chiron, as well as the new Range Rover Sport SVR and Mercedes-Benz G65 V12 AMG Final Edition. Even though TDUSC has a lot less cars at the moment than both Forza and The Crew, having less vehicles in the game at this stage isn't actually a problem. However, yes, we can always do with more vehicles. I really like that they're actually focusing on different and unique vehicles versus the other games that are out there on the market. So the last point that I wanted to mention is pretty cool. It's different driving modes. So you can set different driving modes on your vehicles, and it's not something we've really seen in games before. You can have the stock driving mode, so just regular or normal, sport, dynamic, and trail. So there's an awesome little addition, and things like this really set it apart from Forza. So each driving mode has a unique variation that will improve or change the car's handling, braking, top speed, acceleration only slightly, and it won't cost you any in-game credits. It's a cool little feature that will allow you to get that little bit more out of your car in the game without having to install upgrades or bumping up the performance rating of the car. So lucky last but not least, number 9 on the list, we have turning signals, hazard lights, light controls, and roof and spoiler controls. So this is something that TDU, or Test Drive Unlimited in general, has always done, back from the early games as well. And this is something that has really set it apart from other games out there. So every car has turning signals, hazard lights, or light controls, and obviously specific cars that have a spoiler or a convertible or foldable roof, you can also control them as well. And I forgot to mention the window controls. You can do driver window, you can also roll down the passenger window, or both at the same time. So this is something as well that Forza can take note of, especially the light controls where you turn the lights on or off. Yeah, really sets it apart from the rest of the games on the market and adds that little touch of realism to the game instead of it just being an arcade game. Forza's very much an arcade, and because this sort of stuff is in the game, it's definitely more of a simcade racer game. Guys, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we will definitely be uploading more TDUSC content, and we'll see you in the next one.